Hello, so today I thought it'd be fun to go through my piercings and update my tattoos because I haven't filmed anything on my tattoos in over a year and I've never filmed all my piercings, and I really enjoyed these videos. I really love watching these videos and I think it'd be really fun. So because this video is probably going to be quite long, I'll get straight into it. My first piercings was just the first holes in my ears, which I'm not wearing anything in currently. I got them originally done when I was 8 or 9. I then didn't wear them for years and years. I think I stopped wearing them when I was about 10. I didn't wear them again until I was 16 and I got them re-pierced. Annoyingly, this ear, it looks like it's kind of ripped, but it's actually because the new piercing hole was put above the old one and they kind of joined together over time, so this side looks a little bit ripped. Doesn't really matter. I feel like I'm the only person who ever notices it, but yeah, that's slightly ripped on this side, but it's just because it's been pierced multiple times. Next was my second and third on this ear, just this ear. Weirdly, I didn't move on to this ear until after I'd done all of this to this ear. But I got my second and third done maybe when I was 17. I'm honestly not quite sure. The time frame of my piercings is like a little bit off because I just don't remember and I don't document it either. Whereas my tattoos, I take a picture on the day so I know when they were done. These, no idea. But those were done second, done with needles. I got them done at Blue Banana, same as when I got these re-pierced. Originally got them done at Claire's. Don't do that. Terrible idea. My mother didn't know any better. She knows now that you probably shouldn't do that. But we were begging to get her as so that's why she took us to Claire's. But yeah, done with needles, done at Blue Banana. All of my piercings but 2 were done at Blue Banana, but I'll get to that right at the end. My next piercing was my Days piercing. Now this one, you will see in the video, it is starting to grow out. It wasn't pierced like that. It was pierced properly, like all the way back where you should have them pierced, but over time it's migrated out. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to take it out at some point, get it re-pierced further back into my ear. It doesn't bother me. You can't really tell. I do worry that people think that that's how they're meant to be done. That's not how they're meant to be done, not how mine was done. It's my favourite piercing, which is probably why I haven't taken it out yet, but I will eventually have to take it out and get it pierced further back. I also want to get it again on this ear because I think they look so cute. I want to have 2 of them. Maybe get a star. That would look really adorable. When the lockdown is over again, I will get that done. Just you wait and see. Next up is my earrings on the flat. I never know what to call these. I believe they're called just flat piercings because they're not helix piercings because they're not on like the curved bit of your ear, but I've heard people call them helix piercings. So if you know what these are called, they just go through the flat top of my ear. They're not like rook piercings or anything like that, so I never know what to call them. But I have 2 flat piercings on top of my ear. I think they look really cute. I kind of want to get the same on the other side going down just because I really like the look of this and I kind of want to balance my ears out a little bit more. But they are pierced quite badly. So they're kind of like this. So at the front of my ear they look fine, they're the perfect distance, but at the back they're really close together. But they were done by an apprentice piercer. I've had quite a few piercings done by apprentice piercers, so I don't mind. It actually kind of makes it easier to keep the top one in, and it also gives me space if I wanted to get a vertical helix above it, which I kind of do want to do to complete the line. It gives me a little bit more space for that, I think, so I'm not that mad, and no one can tell. It's just me who can tell. So next I finally went on to this ear and I got my second and third done. Exact same process as for this ear, just 2 going up my ear. Very easy, very quick, quite easy to heal as well because they're still on the lobe. Next onto my face, I got my septum done. My septum's a weird one because this is the size I got it pierced at, but I have stretched it. It is stretched up to a 2.5, which means that this is very loose, but I don't have any piercings that are currently that size. I need to get some and I'll probably need to stretch it out a little bit again, but yeah, it is stretched to 2.5, but currently what's in it is a 1.4. And this piercing is so easy. Septums, most people have like a little sweet spot that you just go through, you can't even feel it. Your eyes water, which is kind of weird, but apparently that's because your nose is very connected to your eyes, and I love this. I think it's really cute. I wanted this for so long and I really like it. Next up is my lips, or was it this one? No, yeah, definitely my lips. I'm getting confused for what order. My lips are vertical labres and they're in the snake bite position. I have an iron deficiency, which means I get quite a lot of ulcers in my mouth, and no matter how much iron I take, I still get them. So I didn't want my piercings going into my mouth because I know that I get ulcers on the back. They become so irritated and I would just hate it all the time. So I got the vertical ones, and I think I prefer these actually. My older sister has the vertical labre in the middle, and seeing that on her made me realize that I really like the look of vertical labres. I kind of want to put spikes on the top to make it look more snake-like. Because they are snake bites. Well, snake bites usually go in and around, but mine are in the same position as snake bites. And then I kind of want to get the ones here, so further into the corner of my mouth, but I haven't found anyone here to do that yet. I've been to 2 separate piercing shops and no one in them knew how to do vertical piercings. So apparently in the Netherlands they're a little bit more rare. You see them all the time in England, and I see them all the time on the internet. So I'm very confused about how I can't seem to find anyone who knows how to do vertical lip piercings. But I will find someone and I will get them done on either side. Next we go back up to my ear with my conch piercing. Conch piercings are so painful. This is the worst piercing I've ever had. I did not realise that that bit of your ear was so thick. It's horrible. Hated it. Also done at 1.6, which is a bigger size than all my other piercings. I think all my piercings were done at 1.4 or 1.2 because I think my date is 1.2. But this one was done at 1.6. Awful. I'm waiting for it to heal. It's going to take a while to heal. And then I'm going to put a hoop in it because I think hoops look really cute in conch piercings. And then again, I kind of want to put a daith. And then finally for my piercings is my nose piercings. So these piercings are my newest piercings. They're not that old. I got them done in Utrecht. They're my first piercings done, not at Blue Banana, apart from my Claire's ones. It was not the best experience. The guy was a trainee, didn't think to clamp my nostril before putting it through. So he kind of stabbed me half with a needle and then walked off to go and get a clamp. It really wasn't fun. I kind of wish I'd gone somewhere else. And that was on the first one as well. And I let him do the other side because I was like, I'm not going to leave here with only one nostril done when I wanted to get two. But he did give me money off because he felt bad that he fucked up. It was just him and then he had one of the tattoo artists stand next to him. But she didn't know how to pierce. She's not a piercer, so couldn't really help. She was just talking about how she got her nipples pierced and they were really painful, which actually made the experience quite nice. She was lovely. You could tell she was like, oh fuck, he's messed up. But, you know, I didn't mind too much. He wasn't that old either, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Because he was a trainee, that he didn't quite know what he was doing, and he did remember about the clamp. He just stabbed me first and then put the clamp on. Second one, really smooth, really quick. So overall, bad experience, but not the worst experience. So that's all my piercings, and now I'm going to go on to my tattoos. I think last October, I believe, I made a tattoo tour of my first 10 tattoos, so you can watch that if you want to see an in-depth discussion on those tattoos. But I will quickly go through what I have. I have Howard, my carousel horse. I have Monster written below my knee. I have Pokemon starters on my back. Poison bottle on my side. Fancy Man Mr. Crow. And a lucky cat on my arm. Clockwork droid from Doctor Who on my leg. Moanmouth signpost. Planchette on the back of my arm, which is definitely my favourite tattoo. And then I have a Fantasia collage on the back of my calf. Is that all of them? Was that 10? That should be 10. Oh, why can't I remember my own tattoos? That's probably bad. But moving on to my newer tattoos. So the first two I'm going to show, I did do myself because quarantine does weird things to people and I've always wanted to try it. I do not recommend stick and poking yourself. If you want to get stick and poke, go to a stick and poke artist, they do exist. I was fine, but I could have not been. It could have gone terribly wrong and I could have ended up in hospital in the middle of a pandemic, which would have been the stupidest thing ever. With that said, I'll show you my tattoos. So the first one is a balloon from It, because it's my favourite movie. I really like the book as well, but it's just a little balloon. I like it. I think it's really cute. I might get a tattoo artist to go over it and make it a little bit more professional looking, maybe outline the balloon in black, colour in the balloon, that sort of thing, because I think it would look even cuter if someone did that. So I might get that done at some point or other, but there's no rush. I kind of like it how it is. And then the second one is this heart. It's on the side of my foot and I tried to shade it in with pink and the pink basically all came out. It is not that good. I think it's cute, but it's pretty badly done. So next I'll go on to my Macbeth daggers. These are on the sides of my legs. They go perfectly in the little awkward gaps because she put like little flowers behind them. She did such a good job. I'm in love with these. These were done by Nurse. She did most of my tattoos. She's amazing. I love her. I miss her a lot. I really want to get tattooed by her again because she's so good. But like I said, these are from Macbeth. If you know the story of Macbeth, there are two daggers that used to kill the king. Well, Macbeth kills the king and then Lady Macbeth takes them off him and frames the guards for killing the king. So I did one dagger inspired by Macbeth and the other inspired by Lady Macbeth. So the one with the blue flowers in the background is my Lady Macbeth. This is the more feminine dagger, and by that I mean it's got the shorter little handle things. I do not know the anatomy of a dagger. What are those things that stick out the side called? I'm gonna have to Google it because otherwise I'm gonna be embarrassed. Crossguard. I could have guessed that one. Okay, so the crossguard section is smaller on hers and it also has a little pink gem on top, and it's pink because pink in my tattoos represents Macbeth and the gem represents the crown, so it's Macbeth's crown being worn by Lady Macbeth because obviously she is the one very much in control in that story. And then for the Macbeth, it's the more masculine shape. Again, definitely in quotations. I just feel like visually they look more feminine and masculine, so that's why I decided to do them this way around. But obviously that's not a thing. You can't have feminine and masculine daggers. They're just daggers. Daggers are daggers. But it's got a bigger cross section and then it's got the pink flowers in the background to represent Macbeth. And then it's got a blue circle behind the back of the dagger, and this blue circle represents Lady Macbeth's influence onto him. We had so much fun designing those and thinking of all the representations and all the meanings behind it. I'm just such a big fan of those plays. I really wanted to have them represented how I interpret them, and I will probably be getting more Macbeth tattoos. I kind of want to have a portrait of Lady Macbeth and Zenocrate, Zenocrate being the wife of Tamburlaine in one of Marlowe's plays. I won't go too much into this plot of Tamburlaine though, because I don't have a tattoo yet. So maybe when I finally get that tattoo, I'll go more into talking about Tamburlaine and the story behind that. So moving on, I then got a love heart which says dead in it. It's kind of like a love heart, like this love heart sweetie. And the reason I got this is because I like My Chemical Romance, and my favourite song by My Chemical Romance is Dead. And I did it in a little love heart because I really like love heart sweets, but also their aesthetic isn't really my aesthetic, so this was my way of having something that's My Chemical Romance but in my aesthetic. I kind of want to get another heart that says stay somewhere higher up on my arm, so then it reads Stay Dead, which I think is cute, but also my favourite Blackpink song is called Stay, and Blackpink is probably one of my favourite bands as well. I want to get something Ashnikko inspired as well, but I'm not quite sure on how I want to represent them yet. We will see. I definitely want to get something maybe inspired by their album cover, because I have it up on my wall, I really like it. Or I could just get something Vocaloid, Ashnikko kind of mashed together, because their aesthetic is very inspired by Vocaloid, and I also really fucking love Vocaloid. They're one of my favourite bands growing up. I think it'd be cute to have like maybe a Miku Ashnikko kind of mashup design. I just think that'd be really adorable. But we'll now go on to my last tattoo rather than keep on talking about tattoos I don't have. And this tattoo is so cute. It's a little mouse. It was a flash piece, but when I saw it I was like, yes, this is me. Or my mum calls me Mouse or Mousy, and then he's holding a little strawberry and he's got the cutest little hands. I really want a rat. I know he's a mouse, but I really want a pet rat because I like their little hands. So when I saw his little hands holding a strawberry, I was like, oh, so cute. He's also got little blushy cheeks, which I think is adorable. I still don't have a name for him. I go between names and I never settle on one. But yes, he's very sweet, and that is all my tattoos and all my piercings. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like. Comment your opinions on my tattoos. Do you like them? Do you not like them? I don't really mind if you don't like them, I like them. You can also subscribe if you want, because I post 2 videos a week, and I'd love to see you again. But until then, bye!